So Assembly installed this ground-mounted solar and battery system about 2 years ago. What are we here today to do?
So here today we're going to carry out a full service on the system. So that will involve checking the electrical connections, checking that the array is performing as it should be doing, and making sure the battery is charging and discharging as it should be doing.
Perfect. So George, how long have you been installing solar systems?
So I've been installing solar for about 5 years, including the battery systems. And over that time we've been able to really see what holds up well and what areas need attention.
Brilliant. And over the time you've been installing them, have you noticed any changes in how the instalments go ahead? Or
So the biggest change I would say in the industry over that period of time is that the apps and the monitoring services of those of your systems have come along with the use of like AI and, like I say, the monitoring apps that you get on your phone.
Yeah. So what are the checks that we're carrying out today?
So we'll be checking the AC and the DC connections in the isolators and at the panels. Just checking down the backs on this ground mount system, checking that the connections on the backs of the panels are all together and as they should be, haven't been interfered with in any way by any animals, and checking that we've got no water ingress or any damage to any of our equipment that we've installed.
Yep. And why are those checks important?
The thing is with solar is you are installing these things out in the elements, so you do have rain, you've got animals that get around out in the wildlife, and these things can cause problems. So we'd like to check that our installs are holding up.
How do we check that the system's still performing properly?
So there's a few things that we'll do. First of all, we'll check that test the strings and make sure that we're getting voltages across all our strings. That way we can confirm all the panels are operating as they should be doing. Also we can have a look at the projected figures of the system from when it was designed against the figures that we get live from the apps. As I've mentioned before, it's got a lot of data on there, so we can make sure that the system is operating as we predicted it would do.
When it comes to checking the batteries, what are the kind of things you're looking for? So
we're checking that the battery's in a healthy way, making sure that it's charging and discharging as it should do, and within its lifetime cycle limit, which is given by the manufacturers at point of install. And after looking at this one after 2 years, the battery's looking absolutely fine.
So for new customers interested in having this installation done, what are common questions that tend to come up? So
the common questions will be about the performance of the system and whether that deteriorates over time. It will be about how long that their batteries are going to last, and a common one is also, can they expand their system down the line?
What are the honest answers to those questions?
So with regard to the performance of the system, the panels will deteriorate slightly over time, but it's guaranteed at about 0.5% a year. With regard to the batteries, they have thousands of charge cycles, so that's from fully depleted right up to fully charged and back again. And then with regard to the system, you can always add to the system. So this one, for example, we started off with 2 batteries, but we did come back and added a 3rd one.
So how often would you recommend customers to have a service done?
So we'd recommend to have a service once every 1 or 2 years. Solar, as on the whole, is a pretty low maintenance product, but having that service just protects your longevity of the system, the efficiency and the safety.
Excellent. So with this system today, if you were to install it now, is there anything you would do differently?
Honestly, no. It's held up very well, and it's a good case of good design and good installation practice.
So George, 2 years on from installation, what's the verdict?
So the system's looking good. Everything's working as it should be doing. No performance issues, battery's looking strong, and no safety concerns. And a regular check like that just makes sure it stays that way.